So if you're new to Canva and you just started using it, I hope this video will show you all of the things that you need to get jump started because I think that this is a great program. I use it for all of our designs and any other client designs, so you can see that I've been using Canva a lot. So I have all of this stuff filled up for it, but let's go ahead and just create a new design. And you can start off on the top right here in the top right. I personally like to search up like a template or something that I have an idea for. So I really like to start in this mid search bar rather than just click and create a design. But actually I see that they updated it so you can actually still search if you click on that button. So just got my haircut today. So let's say we're doing something for a stylist. I was actually talking to the owner of hair salon. Yeah. I was talking to the owner of the hair salon and I was just, spinning off some ideas that she could do for her social. So if she wanted to use Canva to create any kind of graphics for her social media pages or for her website, she can do that. And if you start off right here, you'll see if you use a search in the top right, you're going to be looking at different things like, hair salon templates like this. But I like to see a more visual look. So I actually am going to type it into this main search bar, and that will actually bring up all of the templates. So then we can scroll through here and we can just look at different things. Now what you'll see is some of these will have a little pro icon like right here, so that you'll have to upgrade to Canvas Pro to be able to access that template, and I'm not trying to do that. See, I don't have Canvas Pro, so it's going to be like, hey, do you want to do a free trial? I already did one, so it's actually asking me, do I want another free trial, which I don't. So I'm just going to click out of that. And we're only going to want to use the free ones. So let's just go to our left side hand bar. Our left sidebar shows us all of our filters, and we can just toggle these up and down just like that. Get down to the part where we want to see free. Click on that. So now you're only seeing the free templates that you can use on Canva. Now, you want to find something that stands out. Let's say this one is cool because we have a girl in the background. Oh, actually, I like this one a little bit more with the text in front. And we can go and customize the template. Now, I really like Canva for the simplicity of things. They give you a starter template, which is like pretty simple to start off with and use. And they'll have these graphics, but some of them will have watermarks like this one does. So we actually can't use this photo unless we want that watermark to stay in there, which we don't. So let's just click delete. And you can see it actually deleted the gradient filter above that. So let me just move that filter. Go to the back. I click on the photo. It go ahead and highlights it there. And we can't really just delete it. We have to replace it with a new image. So you would want to go down here to your uploads. This is your area where you actually upload all of your images. I know that we said that we're going to be doing this for a hairstylist, but I don't have photos that show off like hair salon stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and just drag in a construction photo because that's what, I used it for before. But you see that just go ahead and just changes up everything. We don't have that watermark that's going across, and it makes it look really nice. So you can just change this out to where, construction, I'm not going to keep that in a pink. We could keep it in pink. Hey, people in construction can like pink too. So matter of fact, we're just going to keep it like that. We're going to keep it on there with those words, but we might change the font rather than keeping the look. So in order to do that, you want to highlight this. Actually, you don't even need to highlight. You can just click on it, go up to your font right here in the top left. And when that opens up, you'll see your recommended fonts and your recently used fonts. So it's really nice to be able to have both of those right there. But we just want to go to all of the popular ones, scroll through until we see something, that's just a little bit less scriptive. I'm just clicking on different ones, see whichever one. Norwester, I think I've used this one before, but I'll just drop it down. By dropping it down the size, I'm going to click on this little size right here, just toggle it down, and there we go. Construction 24/7. Let's say this is like some flyer that we're making. So construction 24/7. Cool. I don't know what else we'd put down here. Construction 24/7. www or construction 24/7 blogs, videos, and more. What if this was for a construction blog website? So there you go. That's how simple it is to at least get something going. From here, you can just go ahead and change your domain.com, but you get the point for that. Now, what we can do is if we don't like this version, but we want to keep it, we don't want to change anything, we want to know, okay, at least we have this to start off with, but let's say we just don't like this at all and we want another version. What I would do is click on this button right here to duplicate that page, drop it down, and then just go ahead and start something fresh. So, you want to go into your elements, or actually go into the text right here. And you can start getting some ideas right here on this left-hand sidebar again. You got text, you can look at, glow options. How does that look on here? If we want to get this nice little starter text going on where it already has a heading and a subtitle, which is nice because then we don't have to make those two. Oh. So if I drop this down right here, looks a little bit better. Maybe if we take off that background, see how it kind of throws off everything. So I don't want to take off the background, but maybe I want to add a different gradient. So let me take off that for now. Go to elements. And on elements, you can see I already used this gradient here, but if I didn't use it, I would just type in gradient, get another gradient right here. This gradient only shows up on the bottom half. So that's pretty cool because it's only on the bottom 50%. So it's not going to affect the top half of the photo. We still have it nice and clear. So if we change that to like a black, do this one as a black. Now it's starting to pop off. So cold, smooth, and tasty. That sounds like cold brew. So if I go to unsplash.com, Unsplash is just a website for stock photography. So we're gonna go and grab, cold brew. This one looks good. All right, download that. Give them credit, of course, wherever you're gonna post it. Maybe you can find the caption. You can maybe put it in the credits of your website in the bottom of the website page. So you just drag and drop. That's a really nice thing about Canva. It's just drag and drop. It's all in the cloud. You don't have to have that saved on your computer necessarily. You can delete that at the end of the day when you're done working. So you just throw that on there. You drag it on there, and sometimes if you have a taller photo, for example, it's going to throw it onto your square canvas, and it's going to hide some of it. So in order to bring it back, you just got to double click on it. And once you double click, it kind of opens it back up. And then you just click and drag this part down. All right, looks good. Just click done. Now we want to bring that filter that we had and just throw it right in the middle. And you can kind of already see it shows it a little bit better on the text, but that text still isn't. Well, I guess it stands out pretty good. What I'm doing right here is see how. Here, let's go and just undo it real quick. So you see how like the text is like scrunched up right in there. If you click on it and you go to this section, this is your spacing section. So not only is this going to help out with your letter spacing horizontally, but with your line spacing vertically, this is going to be able to tighten those up if you want to bring them in a little bit more. But if you do that too much, you see the and symbol is actually going to overlap over the S and O, or the S and M. So we're just going to keep it about right there, but I want to bump it out horizontally. There you go, that looks good. And Angelo Brewing, cool. That's a pretty simple, actually, if we grab this photo and pull it up some, that'll give us some more of that darkness behind the cold. And then if we make this a little bit smaller, see, that helps out a good bit. So, nice. That looks like it's like sitting like on the table. So yeah, you can see how that was fairly simple to create that one. Now we can duplicate that again. And I was just going crazy with the construction stuff, but like if I just change this top one to a different type of brewing one, maybe we could grab a photo of a coffee shop. All right, see, you can see how this whole board will go from, we'll have a coffee shop photo right here. We'll have a graphic with the cold brew. We'll have another graphic. And this whole board becomes this, all of our marketing assets for this this coffee shop. So that's how I use these different layers is you jump into it, you start creating your assets. This becomes a whole file just for the coffee shop. And every single different attachment has its own title. If you zoom in, right here, you can see every page that you create has its own separate title. So this can be cold brew 1, cold brew 2, cold brew 3. That could be your 3 different variations that you're making for this one campaign. You can export them by just clicking share at the top right, clicking download, and you have the option to either select from your pages, you can select all of your pages, or just the current one that you're working on. If you just want to do the third one only, you can do that, or just the first one. Now, if you export 2 or more, then it's going to zip them together, and it's going to throw them in a zip file that you then have to just double click, open it back up, and it won't be a zip file anymore. So you just have to decompress it. But if you just do one at a time, then you're saving that one file as a PNG or a JPEG, whatever you like, and then you're good to go. But the cool thing about it is that you can use each of these different boards for that one company. Now, if we go right here, let's just kind of jump around from the different kind of options that we have. For example, when you click on text, this is all your same text editing options that you're going to have in like Photoshop or even like Microsoft Word, where you can, change out your font, your size, your color right here. You can do underline. This will add in your bullets, numbers, or none. Effects is going to help you out with your shadowing. So you have all of these presets right in here. You can even change up that blur, add more of a blur on it, turn down the transparency. Really, really nice, simple stuff that like super simple because it's just right in. Oh, look at that. You can do a little spice thing. It's like right into the editor right here. So that's the cool part about effects. I need to actually play around with those some more. I have not utilized these to its full potential. You can change out, the size of the circle. That's pretty cool. Wow, look at that. And, if I could put that on top of the coffee. Let's see. Let's get it straight. Oh no. What am I doing? Delete that. Now we gotta pull this coffee down. See? It's okay. It's okay. I would obviously tweak it more, but you get the point. You get the point that you can do a lot. Oh, here it is. That's the shape. So I wanted to change that shape. See what I mean? So I can even bring it out more so it sits a little bit better on there. Boom. Something like that. If we had more space, if that coffee could drop down, then that would look pretty cool, being arched up over it. You can animate it, have a video, and at this point you're creating a video. So Canva is not only a photo editor, but it's also a video editor. So you can create a video, you can export that out with just that one video, or all 3 of them together, and it creates one video that goes from each one, from each of your pages. So it's really nice in the fact that you can create like a little slideshow video or animation that goes in between them all. So when you click on these 3 dots right here, this can go from undercase to uppercase. This is paste style. So paste style is really nice. For example, if I want to copy the style of this text, and then I want to come over here, click on this, I just paste the style from what I just copied above. So it's really nice if you have a lot of different kind of assets on a page, like a lot of different texts, and you want to change one, now you want to change the other ones, then you can quickly paste the style from one asset to another. So that's very nice. You can do that the same in like Photoshop and stuff, but you have to like Command C, Command V it. Or you can lock it to where at this point, now I can't move it, now I can't delete it, and it is locked. So a lot of cool things that you can do with this. Now, oh, actually there's a few more, I forgot. So these two assets, like for example, this Angelo Brewing and this text above, they're actually grouped together, so I can ungroup them. Then that will allow me to move this one freely without having to be, connected to this one. So that one is very nice, very handy whenever, for example, I just want to move Angelo Brewing all the way to the bottom right here. Then by doing that, I can ungroup it that way. Now, it kind of changes up my settings at the top because now I don't have that group setting up there. So that's why that does that. If I want to move these, I don't have too many assets on the page, but for example, if I copy and paste a bunch of these, maybe let's make the very top one pink. Position is what is going to move this pink text either behind or in front the other white text. So if I move to the back, it's going to push it all the way to the back of the page, putting it behind the very top text. So you can actually see up there that very first one that I had. Then I actually copy and pasted it from. See, it's all the way even behind that one. See it? So that is what position is. There we go. I think those were all of the assets up there. Those are all the settings that you're going to get for text, but if you click on the photo in the background image, now we have settings only for this background photo, so we can edit our image, we can do our different things like brightness, we can make it a little bit darker if we don't want it to be so dark. You can change up your contrast, your saturation. You even have some quick filters to pick off from here, or if you just want to replace it out with a smart mockup, this part is really cool because now what it does is it brings this photo in that Canva already has. Canva has these smart mockups already generated for like business cards. They have it for this person holding up a pamphlet. And what it does is that it puts your photo that you just threw into the background up here, like that coffee photo, it puts that into the cutout of the mockup. So all of these areas that you see right here, for example, a t-shirt, you can put your design on that. That's where it's going to throw it onto. You can put it onto the phone as if that's what this person is looking at. So that's what smart mockups are. If you just want to actually edit the photo for what it is, sorry about that, let me just throw that back on there. Yeah, if you just want to edit the photo, then that's what filters are. But whenever you go and you look and you see smart mockups, what it's saying is that it's going to give you a mock look, a fake look of your photo replaced with wherever this blue area is on their templates. So it looks like they have a lot of templates of people holding phones. So if you maybe you're creating a website design or a mobile app design, then that will look really good on that little mock-up page. Or even just a logo, just a logo with like tall background or something like that, and then just like sits like right in the middle. So that is nice. Then you can play around with these. I haven't really done any of these templates. It looks like it costs money. I don't want to do it if it costs money. Oh, okay, cool. You just have, oh, that's pretty cool. You got stencil looks. Oh, pal. So yeah, there's a lot of cool things that you can do with those filters. I try not to mess with them too much though. Another thing that you can do is that you can crop your photo, but that's the background right now, so I'm not going to crop it. I can flip it horizontally if I don't like maybe the blur on the background. Maybe this white area is taking up too much and I want to put some white text right there. So if that's too distracting and I don't want to put a background blur on it or something like that, you can just flip it over. Then look at that. You just gained a few pixels right there. Or if you want to flip it upside down, for whatever reason, you can do it that way too. If you click on the info icon right here, this is just going to show you the file name that we're dealing with. So this is obviously from Unsplash. It's a JPEG that I downloaded, but this is just the file name from it. But if I want to add some tags to it, then I can do that. That way it's easily searchable within my library of Canva. I don't have the premium account, so I can't do it. So don't worry about it. You don't have to mess with it. But one thing that you can do is if you're constantly uploading graphics for one company and you want them to be all very easily findable, you can put them all into a folder. So you can create a new folder for the coffee shop, for example, and then that would be where I would want all of the photos associated with the coffee shop into that one folder. So next time I'm going back in here and I'm creating new graphics, need to pull something up, it's really easy to find like that. So that would be one way to do that without having to add tags to it and without having to change the file name. Makes it very easy to find in the future. Animate is going to represent video editing. So it is not editing the photo, it's actually animating it to, oh wow, no, that's not even the background. It's actually animating the text in this scenario. So it's going to animate all of the text that is on our page for us. So then there we go. We can play around with these, get some different looks from it. So yeah, I mean, none of this is like, I'm not trying to to design this for y'all, but you get the idea of what we're trying to achieve here, because all that text right there, that just looked crazy for a second. You can change the timing on this. You can make it shorter, you can make it longer, and if you just want to quickly apply it to all your pages, click right there and that's what it will do. Now, whenever I change this to 16 seconds and I apply it to all 3 pages, that total number changes up here to 48 seconds. So if we want a 10-second long video for social media, then we're going to drop this down to 3. Then we got 10.5 seconds in the main video. And then every 3 or 4 seconds, this is going to switch over to a new slide that we created. So that's pretty cool how you can change not just one page, but you can also apply it to all of them very quickly. So that is a pretty good rundown on it as far as photo and text tools and different icons, their meanings of them. Maybe next video what we'll do is we'll break down elements, designs, text, projects, background, and go over this left sidebar more. I think there's some things in there that's worth looking at, and then yeah, I think that's pretty good for breaking that down on there. If you guys have any questions on anything Canva related, we're going to be breaking this down in about 5 to 7 videos of different parts of using Canva and different things that you can do with it. So yeah, I'm here for any of your questions.